What's up everybody, Blazing Ace Nelson back again with another Sengoku Basara 3 Utage Spotlight. After checking out a couple of videos on YouTube earlier today, I had actually changed my decision from covering Mitsunari like I had planned, and decided I was going to instead bring you the spotlight on none other than Masamune Date, aka one of the two main poster boys for the series as a whole, and admittedly one of my favorite characters. Now, compared to Ieyasu, Masamune is very much geared toward being a fast-paced player, as I'll explain once we get down to actually taking a look at his special and super arts.
Let's party! Here we go!
So, let's go ahead and put this bad boy on hard, because really, what other difficulty other than Basara could really contain this man? Alright, and instead of, as much as I want to try going through the Sekigahara intrusion battle, I think I'll just stick with the Battle of Hiseto because, it's something quick, but at the same time, something that'll still give you a good read on what Masamune can do. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at his arts. Now, starting with the special arts, you have the Phantom Dive, which is his move where you hold down the square button. You start the game with this. It's a good projectile, it's got a good amount of range, and it has a good frontal spread as well. So not only can you hit a lot of enemies with it, but it's good for just keeping enemies off of you at the start of the game. He also comes with the Death Fang and Jet Cross at the start. For those of you that have Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes, that would be the Dragon Slash and Cross Strike. Now, the Death Fang is his basic uppercut. Use it to launch your opponents, keep them off balance, continue your combos. If you hold down the button, you'll actually follow them into the air, which gives you the option for more follow-ups as well. Jet Cross is just a good get-off-me sort of attack. It comes out fast, it knocks opponents back a good distance, and if you get to that point where you're actually in a spot of trouble with Masamune, that right there will help you clear away some space so you can actually run and try and gather yourself. As you level them up, you wind up picking up the Magnum Step and Crazy Storm, or the Revolver Blitz, as the Magnum is called, and Azure Storm for Samurai Heroes. Magnum Step is a good move. In fact, I would say this thing is almost too good. All you gotta do is just tap the R1 button and Masamune plows forward with those swords. An even better shield breaker than Jet Cross, which is saying a lot. And again, phenomenal damage. Magnum Step is going to be your go-to for covering distance and for guard breaks, all in one. Now, Crazy Storm is like Masamune's version of Ieyasu's Eastern Winds. As soon as you start the attack, no matter what level you have it at, mash the buttons to get more hits out of it. It's a great move. If you're surrounded, use it to get an assault started that will help not only clear away the crowd, but also do a good amount of damage. And it is also a fantastic one-on-one special to use against bosses. Now, for his three super arts, you have, of course, the Hell Dragon, War Dance, and Testament. Testament is basically a single strike, but if you time the attack button during that strike, then you'll one-hit KO just about anything. And enemy boss characters will take critical damage from that. With the War Dance, you basically have Masamune pull out all 6 of his swords. This puts him into what I refer to as the 6 Fang stance. And while in the 6 Fang stance, it actually modifies and enhances all of his special arts. The ones you're really going to want to keep an eye on, if you decide to use the War Dance, be ready with a good Magnum Step or a good crazy storm in backup. Just, it dominates the battlefield. It really does. But not quite so much as the first super art that you get with Masamune, the Hell Dragon, aka Dragon's Eye, again for those who have samurai heroes. High voltage projectile, right? You can charge it up to 3 levels, and when you let this thing go, not only does the projectile do damage, but the electricity arcing from his swords to the ball of lightning deals out continuous damage for as long as it's on the screen. If you want to try and set up a long distance assault and then close the gap, that's going to be your lead off. Well, now that we've gotten a basic explanation of the super arts out of the way, let's get down to actually busting some heads. I know, this is the part you've all been waiting for. So, here we go. Battle of Hiseto. Got Masamune on deck, teamed up, of course, with his boy Kojuro. And it's time to rock and roll. Now, one other thing about Masamune that sets him apart from everyone else is that his joke weapon is actually, it looks pretty legit. I mean, it's a lightsaber with sheaths that act like exhaust ports when Masamune runs. Let's get that cutscene out of the way. Now, you see shields in front? I say Jet Cross. Jet Cross beats shield any day of the week. Magnum Step destroys shield any day of the week. Maximum stylishness for almost minimal effort. That is the first chapter of Masumune's game. Chapter 2 involves effortless transition from one special art to the next, and that is his real claim to fame. Stupid phone, I want to silence that thing. For example, if you decide to start up with the crazy storm like so, you can move from that standing position and gives you a bit of a frame advantage, but also it's great for setting opponents back on their heels and cutting off most of their defensive avenues. Okay, looks like I'm not going to be able to open up that gate, so I'll just move on to the next stronghold, or at least the next most important one. And once I finish securing a path for the ship, then I can finish taking over the rest of the battlefield. Now, the one drawback to the Phantom Dive is that he actually takes a couple of seconds to resheath his swords after doing the attack. Let's cut that cutscene right there. He takes a couple of seconds to resheath his blades. You can easily cancel that by doing another one of his special arts. Again, taking full advantage of Masamune's ability to transition from one attack to the next. Now, a good combo that I found with Masamune is to start with your normal attacks, cut into the crazy storm for prolonged damage, and if they don't parry it, for example, let's try this again, crazy storm. While you're in the air, you can either finish it with an aerial magnum step, or an aerial phantom dive. And again, cancel the phantom dive into another magnum step, and you've got yourself basically a free-flowing barrage of nothing but pure, unfiltered damage. And if you can manage to pull it off, it just looks really cool to boot. I mean, come on. Bang! Look at that. Look at that. I don't care if I get hit after this cutscene. That was awesome. So basically, if you put everything together, if you put everything in Masamune's playbook together, the name of the game is awesome. That's that Masamune for you. That dark Masamune, as it were. Yes, I know it was a bit of a bad pun, but it's also a good segue into a couple of shoutouts that I need to give as well. So, much love to the hack and slash bros on the Beast Coast, Dark Masamune 87, and of course the homie Jersey Boy. Really appreciate the support you guys have given me, as well as to all my new subscribers that have joined up in the past couple of days. And to you, DM87, I know exactly how you feel about how just getting all this extra support from people, from your subs, and just from your friends that you meet and that you make on YouTube. I wouldn't have as much motivation to get this done if it wasn't for the feedback I was getting, So, again, just to all my subscribers and friends, you guys have really no idea how much this means to me. Thank you guys. Really. Thank you. Alright. That's all the mushy stuff out of the way. Let's get back down to doing what we do. Looks like we've got just those last two strongholds that I'm going to go ahead and clear, so that way I can, finish this walkthrough again, make it something short and sweet for you guys. Now, even with the combos, even with the setups that I've shown you in this video, I mean, you really have a near infinite amount of options with Masamune just because of how he can transition between his moves. It's almost overwhelming if you're unprepared. So the best I can say for you is just, if you got the game and you got the hankering for some Masamune action, go for it. Keep practicing and, keep finding new moves. Well, not necessarily new moves, but keep finding new ways to use each move, because that's the biggest portion of this game, is just taking what you've got and applying it. Much like, again, going for range and crowd control, you want to use that Hell Dragon. You want to make him look into the dragon's eye, because that'll be the last thing they see on this earth. But also, if you're swarmed by crowds, let off a quick shot with the dragon's eye. Just tap the button so that way you can actually get one out there, get the enemy stunned, get them on their knees, give yourself enough breathing room to charge up to higher levels, and thus give yourself a good lead-in for doing even more damage. What can I say except it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I mean, you can even use the Hell Dragon to cancel the sheathing animation for the Phantom Die. That is how seamless Masamune's transitions are. I mean, you could say it's almost like each of Masamune's special arts and his super art are like the six dragon fangs in and of themselves. You can move from one to the next and just let the dragon devour every enemy on the field. That's basically how it goes. Oh, and now that I'm here, now that I'm getting ready to take on this boss, it's time to bust out the Basara attack. Notice he starts with only one blade drawn, and continues until he's swinging all six. Six Fang Stance plus Crazy Storm equals dude's going crazy. Six Fang plus Magnum Step equals good grief. What defense, right? What defense indeed. So now that you've seen some of the more advanced setups of Masamune, and not just more advanced, but also some of my personal favorites, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish this stage as quickly as I can. Stupid Yoshiaki, just drop already. Thank you. Well, that right there should pretty much finish up the spotlight. Thanks again to all my subs for taking a peek at the channel, letting me know that you guys like it. Thanks to DM87 and Jersey Boy for all your support. All my subs, all my friends, thank you so much. That right there should take care of the spotlight. That's another one in the record books for you. And this, as always, is your ever-intrepid balladeer, Blazing Ace Nelson. Stay strong, stay gaming, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.